Hey everyone, this is Chase Chappell, and we're going to be talking about how to set up your Pixel events the easy way. So if you're on this video, you should already have your Pixel set up because we are now going to go through a way we can set up events with ease moving forward and get way more data sent to our Pixel, which will improve the audiences we create in the future by getting a lot more qualified individuals to come through, and we will get us a lot more results because of it. So we are going to be going through this example on one of my students' accounts, Philip. And Philip is a student of mine, and he has taken this program, and his goal is to get leads. So we are going to set up a few conversion events. That way we can track people going through his funnel. This will give us audience data and will allow us to build lookalikes and even retarget people to get them to convert. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the top left and click Ads Manager. And you'll go to All Tools and you'll select Pixels. And you should see a screen like this once you've set up your Pixel. And what you're going to do is you'll click Details. And once this loads, you should see a screen that's pretty similar. And the first thing we're really going to do is we're going to go to Settings. And once we're on Settings, you're going to scroll down a little bit and you'll see Advanced Matching. And what you want to do with Advanced Matching is go ahead and turn it on. Because what's really going to happen here is now your Pixel is going to match any customers on your website with their email, their phone number, first name, and last name. It's going to get all of their information when they land on your site, and it's going to send it to your Pixel so that way it can learn a lot more data, and it's going to be able to attribute conversions better. And you're going to reach more people through remarketing campaigns because it's going to be super accurate. You're not going to have to worry about basically retargeting somebody and worrying that it won't actually reach them. So once you turn on automatic advanced matching, it's gonna send the data over from your website to your Pixel directly. And you might think you've already had this, but most people don't actually have this set up at all. Really, they're just tracking some events, but they're not even getting the best data. The next thing is track events automatically without code. So once you've actually placed the code on your website, tracking events automatically means your Pixel is going to literally end up creating events for you. Like it's going to realize different events and create them for you, which is going to allow you to build audiences in the future. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up events and we're going to type in your website, whatever your website is. In this case, it's Philip's website. So we're going to use his. And you want to go to the first page that you're going to send people to from your ads. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the website and we're just going to mark events with the Facebook event marking tool. And it's pretty easy. You just follow along. It pops up like this and you can hit next, go through this, and we're going to start tracking events so that way we can end up getting a lot more audience insights. So the first thing we're going to do is this is Philip's appointment page. So people come here to schedule. So the idea is we want to track an event when somebody gets to this, because if they don't end up scheduling, we're going to want to retarget them so that way we can get them to schedule, because his goal is leads, so we need to be able to retarget anybody who doesn't become a lead. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make it to where when somebody comes to this page and before they actually book and schedule an appointment, we're going to go ahead and mark it as view content. And the reason we want to mark it as view content on this page is because they're simply viewing the schedule area where they could schedule, but they're not actually scheduling. They're just viewing it. So that's actually considered view content. And the reason we want to use that is because we want to retarget the people who don't move forward in schedule. And this is going to become really beneficial because you can create audiences from this. You're going to be segmenting data so that way we can have more information. So you'll hit track URL. You'll then select the event that you want to make it, and we'll choose view content. So scroll down and we'll click view content, which is right here. And once you select that, it just says URL equals, and as soon as they land here, you just hit confirm. And also, if you have UTM set up, if you know what UTM tracking, you can hit URL contains, but in this case, we're just going to say equals. And now when somebody visits this page, it's going to say they viewed the content, which is a good thing because they're going to be automatically put into an audience of events where they viewed this specific page, which is really nice. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and track the next event, which is actually going to be them scheduling. So they viewed the content and now we want them to schedule, and we're going to segment those two audiences. So this is how you schedule. They hit continue, they enter in the time, and then they land on this page after they actually schedule an event. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mark them as scheduled because they get sent to this page after they actually book their call. So we'll go ahead and mark this page now as an event, meaning when they land here, the only way they can actually get here is through scheduling. So since that is the case, we want to make an event that says scheduled. And what's going to end up happening is whenever we set up retargeting campaigns, we can literally say, all right, retarget anybody who viewed content, but exclude anybody who's actually scheduled a call, because we don't want to retarget people who've already called and or already leads, because we can put them in a different audience. So in order for us to track that they actually scheduled, you just select another event. And in your case, it might be purchases. If it's like your checkout page, you just need to know what yours is. But in Philip's case, it's going to be schedule. And we'll hit confirm. And now when people schedule, they'll be forwarded to this page, and that event will fire, which will put them in a separate audience. So that's really nice. Now what we're going to do is, since they're on this page, the next step for them is actually submitting an application. So in this case, we're just going to mark this button as submit application. And we'll click that. And now what that means is we're getting 3 different audience types already. So as soon as they fill this out and submit application, now we can target anybody if we're wanting to get more applications. Our pixel is going to be able to optimize and focus on this. And what's really cool about that is when they submit the application, all of their information gets sent to the pixel. And that's just going to give you so much more data than you could have ever had before. And this is the page they go to after they end up scheduling. It's called the Thanks for Scheduling page. And we're going to go ahead and just hit finish setup because we don't need anything on that page. And so once you click that, you literally just hit finish. Yours is going to look a little bit different. You might have purchases, you might have view content, you might have, different things. You might end up putting lead. I don't know. It's totally up to how your website and your funnel's built out. So you just need to go ahead and mark the ones you want to. And then that is it. That is actually how you set up events very easily. You can always go back and change it. And also your pixel is going to be creating events for you now. So you can actually just go and look at your pixel and be like, wow, it's created, a complete registration event on its own. And you'll see what I mean later on when we go through this. We're going to be talking about this a little bit more in some future videos, but that is basically how you set everything up on your pixel for events. So thank you for watching this video.